always so fun to catch up with the guys.
1,051 games in your career. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, there's not many guys who can do that, especially goaltenders, the way the game has been played. And I can remember talking, Glenn Hall passed away a little while ago. I don't know if you remember him or not, but he played actually 502 consecutive games without a helmet, without mask, or anything else. But you guys, I don't know how you do it, especially the velocity of the shot and the action around your net. The focus for a goaltender has to be tremendous, and finding where that puck is.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. First, that was like pretty unbelievable, right? Mr. Hall did so many games in a row, like you said, without a mask and all that. I feel very fortunate that was in an era where we have good mask and good equipment, right? And it still stings once in a while, but I don't know. I feel very fortunate about that, but. Yeah, I don't know how he did it. That was hats off to him for sure.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury, our guest here, and just watching you, how you perform and how you treat people. I mean, you're so loved by everybody who knows you or doesn't even know who you are, but they know your name. And I watched you in Detroit one time. You got on. There's a bunch of fans out there to get autographs. You were going to get on the bus. You got on the bus. You turned and you looked. There was a little guy who was standing there with a pencil and paper. You got back off that bus, and all those people there, and you went and signed and got back in the bus. I mean, that's where kind of people just gravitate toward you because of the things you do with the public.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel very fortunate, that I was able to play hockey for so long and do what I love for so long. And, too many kids are the future. And, I was in their shoes, at some point, right? I had big dreams. And, so if I can just make him smile a little bit, I think that's a good thing.
Well, you made him smile in Pittsburgh also. Remember the practice session we were at in the practice rink? They had a double rink there. You guys were practicing. While we're practicing, you got off. You were going to the locker room, and you saw the kids playing next door. You opened the door, and you went on the ice and started playing with the kids.
Yeah, why not?
That's a memory they'll have forever, and you too.
Yeah, I think it's as fun for me as it is for them. Like I said, I always loved the game, and I just thought, well, why not, right? They were practicing, and the net was empty for a little bit, so may as well go give them a target to shoot at.
And they will remember that. You talk about individual and things that you do. The pranks are unbelievable, some of the pranks. And I can remember when you were here last year and your car got covered with toilet paper or with Kleenex or whatever it was. Brandon Duhaney did that. And I'm walking through and watching him do it. I said, we have one more game against Colorado where you were going. Where he was going, I should say. You have one more game against him. You're going to pay the price. Oh, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. What did you do to him?
Oh, jeez. I think you forgot. I don't know why we were going back there, but I had the help from a couple of teammates give me a little hand. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but I went to Home Depot in an Uber and then got some cement blocks and some car lift so I could lift him up, some dirt, some flowers, and then got to take his wheels off and put the car on the cement blocks and put a little garden on his hood. So.
You put some dirt on there with some plastic flowers, so he knew it was a flower. Who did it?
A little bit, yeah.
Is there anything you didn't do in the NHL that you wish you had done?
When I came in, I was young, and I always thought, I wish I could score a goal and have a fight, So I tried a few goals. I missed, by a few inches a few times, and almost had a fight a couple times.
With Bennington in St. Louis. Remember that well?
And Peter Budaj too one time, I think. But
I still remember you taking your gloves and you put them very gently on the ice. I don't know if you're waiting for the referees to get in there to help out or what you're doing, but all of a sudden everything broke apart, which was great. And
with Bennington,
Bennington, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the ref was holding him because he had punched Hartsey, right? So then, but then I didn't want to just jump Bennington in the back, right? Like that's not fair, or I want to make it an honest fight, but it's part of the game. I don't know.
I mean, 3 Stanley Cups. You're glad to get one, then you get the second one, you get the third one, and every one has to be just as enjoyable as the one before.
They are. It's. I think the first one maybe to me maybe means a little bit more because I played the whole playoffs, and that was my first one too, right? So that was special, but. All of them, right? To be part of a team that has a winning culture and finds ways to win, night after night, and through the good, through the bad, and it is hard, right? Every team's trying to do it, right? And the team's banged up, you're tired, you're a lot of pressure, a lot of stress and stuff. But once you get at the end, it's such a good feeling.
You're making your home here in Minnesota. Is this because your kids want to be outdoors skating on the ice? Because you're not going to see that in Las Vegas.
Yeah, no, yeah. We moved around a bunch, and we really, the whole family, we really like it here in Minnesota. Having the 4 seasons, and the kids have their friends in school. They like their school, and they like their sports where they're at. So we thought it was good to give them a little stability, and and being here, I got the opportunity to come to the rink a bit, watch a while, and see how the things are going.
At some point, do you want to get back involved in hockey other than coaching your kids? You want to get involved at the pro level?
I think so. Billy's awesome, right? So he lets me come in and see how things are done, right? I get to talk with scouts, with player development coaches, and his staff, right? So I get to see all different parts of the game that I never was, involved in, right? So I get to learn, and maybe next season we can find a little something that I can do.
Yeah, congratulations on a great career. You will be in the Hall of Fame very, very soon, and well deserved. Thank you for being with us. And thank you for what you do for the fans.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
I remember you in the preseason. You actually went and played one period in the preseason game, and the fans in Pittsburgh were great. And you know what? Even in Montreal, when you played your last game there, you never played in Montreal, but the fans were ecstatic. The fact that you were in the building and you were playing, and they just cheered you the entire time.
Yeah, it was a little surreal too, from being from Montreal, obviously, and I don't know. I have a lot of friends, a lot of family in the game, and always been a fan of the Canadian, right? So it was, I don't know. I had so many great nights and great memories from last season. It was unbelievable.
And I have some of those memories. Thank you.
Yeah.
You are loved by everyone. Thank you. Marc-Andre Fleury has been our guest here. Kevin, let's go back to you.